Hi everyone, just want to give you a little update today. Today's Sunday. We tried to get everything all packed up, and I was trying to pick up a few leaves before we left the house, trying to keep that kind of under control for the year, and found a water leak, and so we ended up working on that for 3 or 4 hours. Got that patched up. Laura had most everything loaded in the RV, and we headed out. I guess it's close to noon. We've now arrived into Bay Minette, Alabama. We're going to be working here with the Baldwin EMC. We've got a 3-day basic program, and then we've got an interesting on-the-line training. I hope to get some good videos of that this time. We've been doing this program for, I don't know, a couple of years now, and it's gone pretty good with the power companies and all, but it's quite interesting taking trees off of power lines. So we've set up kind of a training system for it. So anyhow, just wanted to kind of give you an update. We were kind of wore out, and but it's going to be a great week. Looking forward to it.
You hit the throttle and the chain doesn't turn, you need to figure it out why. Because if you keep the throttle pressed or in lockdown in a fast idle, it gets hot very quickly. And I had one manager, I think it's Jonesboro, Georgia, in the class. He sent 2 or 3 guys over to help. Well, he came to the class right after that, and I was talking about the clutch getting hot. And he said, at the break, he said, I got 3 of those out there in the truck if you want to show people what happens on those when they get hot. And he didn't know what caused it, but he figured it out when I was talking about it. And he said, that's exactly, they got over there that tornado stuff and they got stuck and went wide open trying to get it out of a home situation. And that clutch is getting red hot. And when it gets hot, those springs get weakened. Next thing you know, it's creeping around all the time, or you hit it, it doesn't have good connection. So
should have slid. You would have been.
And that's really all you need on that one.
I'm just a shade more.
It's gone, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. Maybe not. All right. It's gone.
Good work, good work. Yes, sir. Get down, boy, yeah!
That's what I'm
Boy,
talking
yeah!
about.
Oh, yeah.
I know you did.
The guys have done really well today. We're in day 3 of our 3-day program. They're looking to cut up the tops and buck through the logs. So we've got 4 teams set up on that, and they're working through those today, and we've got 2 more to go. We'll be finished up. But we've been looking at hangers as far as static against another tree, and also setting up kind of the scenario that we'll need, looking for hazards and side to side, up and down, back and forward pressures. And then we're going to take and spend a little bit more time looking at removing stumps, and then also they'll be practicing a few cuts to make sure they got the notches and hinges down, because that's what they'll use tomorrow to be able to remove these trees off of the power lines. So it's going to be great.
Top to get down. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit more tricky because right here on top of this hump of dirt, your compression side's going to be right there. I mean, coming from that way though, compression side's going to be on the top. I'm just going to try to pull. So this tree, if you look right here, there's a hump of dirt up under this tree holding up. If it does, if it starts to close, then you know you can just start with the original plan.
Sure, pick up from the bottom.
Yeah.
See how it does on that top cut. If it lifts,
Yeah.
you know we're
Bring it to the bottom.
So it didn't go down, did it? Yeah, it's best to leave your saw in there. That way you won't drive your wedge down into it. And also you don't want to let it close too much before you get your wedge in the picture. Amazing, isn't it? So you can have it right down on the trail or grass or rocks or asphalt or whatever, and be able to lift it up enough to get your clearance. And so now when you put your saw back in there and cut down, see what happens. Don't cut my wedge now, Chet. Or you can undercut it either way. Be careful straddling wood. So you went kind of close there to the V, though. It'd be better to go over maybe a ½ inch or so. Yeah. If you got any back pressures, it'll keep you from getting stuck that you can't get out of. But that works really good.
Good work, Noah.
If you stick the whole bar down there, you're always gonna get. It's always gonna grab it. Can't cut in a long way from the compression side because you're going to get stuck, just like in a log. So what was it? No, what's holding it up? Isn't it off the ground right there?
Yeah, this limb here's
All right, so, well, look at this right here. It's not on the dirt. It was still above an inch or two. You just pushed it down some. So it was up in the air a little bit.
This end was?
The whole log was.
Okay.
See, right now you're wiggling it. So what does that mean?
Got pressure right here.
There's no pressure on it. So basically your compression on that log is where? Top or bottom?
It's gonna be on the bottom. Right?
Bottom. So there you put a little slide notch underneath the overcut and you're done. Oh. Well, tomorrow we're going to be setting up a little scenario of trees on the power line. And so we set up a temporary service here, no power to it, but we're going to be laying these tree tops, these big pine tops, onto the power line, reducing them without hopefully any problems tomorrow back down to the ground. So I'm looking forward to that.
You need to be an even hinge across there.
I'm way far that way on that side, aren't I?
Well, the angle's not a big concern. You got to have a hinge the same thickness all the way across. It's thicker on the side closest to you than it is over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you got to have an even hinge all the way across for it to move. And it doesn't take 10% on this. Careful, careful.
Yeah, Noah, good job.
Back up a little bit. There's the front of his weapon. You'll have them after a storm, they'll break off a top, and that top goes flying across. The butt, you know, is still there, 35 feet tall. And so how do we need to think about approaching this? What roll! Roll! Roll!
Hit it again. Pull it. Move that limb first.
I'm on this side, don't
Yeah, pull it so the top goes back away from you.
Alright.
Move that limb on the saw. I'd move your saw so it don't get crushed. If it does happen to go that way.
Keep your eye on it now. Don't be turning your back on it. Kind of keep an eye on it.
Try to keep that log connected too for now.
Yeah.
Extra weight down there. It's hung up. Get a roll.
This is like a
No, back towards the clear cut. You want that wind to the right to swing around in front of you.
Yep. Yep.
I was thinking the other way.
Hey, that looks like
There you go.
working
There you go. Yeah, but the top was starting to come back this way.
All right. Take your saw and cut the hinge off now. And when you take it off, it's going to lift now. It's going to come back towards you, so you back up this way. Don't go behind the tree.
My escape plan be that way.
No, your escape be back where you are. Y'all watching? Straightest way to cut, closest, shortest distance, point A to point B is what?
Parallel.
Straight line. Get parallel to it, cut straight line in, you got the hinge that you want, and stop.
I just turned that chainsaw off. Say, just turn that chainsaw off. I'll hold it.
Rock kick it, dude.
Just the top. Don't stand there watching it. It's going the other direction. You get gone.
Ready?
Yeah. He did it.